You're listening to the Chic Code Podcast with Wirda Alyssa and Sophia Arisa. All things chic, candid, and comedy. Hey girlies, welcome back to another episode of the Chic Code Podcast, and this episode is proudly brought to you by Beyond Bibik Maid Agency.
Going beyond traditional assistance, enabling you to focus on what truly matters.
Trusted, reliable, and transparent with fast free process with no hidden costs. Plus, they have flexible payment plans.
You can follow them on Instagram and Facebook at beyondbibik.sg.
You can call or WhatsApp them at 900-899-000. Thank you so much, Beyond Bibik, for powering our episode. We love Beyond Bibik so much.
So much. The best maid agency in Singapore.
Yes, because we got our helpers also from Beyond Bibik, and they are mantap nombor satu.
Mantap nombor satu.
Yes, and also stay tuned till the end of this video sebab kita ada berbual with Nurul from Beyond Bibik, where she explained further about the whole process of getting a helper in Singapore with Beyond Bibik.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so untuk episod pada hari ini, let's do cerita hantu.
Oh no, jangan pandang kiri, benda halus tengah nyanyi. Oh no, bunyi di dinding macam ketawa tapi dingin. Cerita hantu kelakar seram, ha 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 ha. Wirda Elisa, Sophia Arisa, buat aku resah. Cerita hantu kelakar seram, ha ha ha. Gelak dia pahit, manis tapi keras.
Mana kau buat presiden dance sekarang? Practice je kat rumah.
Of course. I need to keep updated, ma.
Yalah, you very chronically online. Very good. Okay, let's do cerita hantu for today. Let's see. CHKS.
Cerita pula. Okay. Ini daripada Chic Bro kita.
Okay.
Hi, the Chic Code ladies. I've been wanting to write an email to you guys for a very, very long time. But I was so busy with work these previous months. So today, since I'm off work, I decided to take some time to type and share this experience with you guys. And I hope you will read it and enjoy the story. Before that, I really love and enjoy listening to your podcast. Before going to work, while working in the office, on my way back from work, doing my workout, on my way back from workout, while doing some work at home, before sleeping, semualah.
Wah, terima kasih
bang.
Okay.
A day without listening to your podcast just feels incomplete and weird.
Ayo.
Abang boleh kata ni, hai.
Okay.
Thank you for existing, because to be honest, I'm not a fan of podcast. Sampai 5 minit I dah tutup because I just couldn't enjoy them. But you guys, 2 hours back to back pun I tak jemu for real.
Wah. Terima kasih bang.
Okay, let's get back to our actual purpose. Today, I want to share with you guys my paranormal experience back then when I was still in high school. I studied in a boarding school from Form 1 to Form 5. And it's one of the most famous boarding schools in my state up till now.
Okay.
I have experienced a few eerie experiences before. So today, I think I will share with you guys 2 stories that I will never forget until now.
You're just enjoying the music. You and all you kind of stop it.
Truly sorry if they are too lengthy. But I hope you ladies would enjoy it.
Belum start. Dah start.
Okay. Tunggu cue dia. Story 1. Hantu main lampu bilik prep and ikut sampai ke bilik. For the first story, it happened when I was in Form 5. At that time, only Form 5 students were at the hostel because students from other forms went back for their balik bermalam and we were preparing for our examinations. So the hostel was very quiet and empty. Only about 50 plus of us students left at the male hostel. So that night, at around 12 a.m, before staying up to do my revision, my friends, 2 orang, and I were chatting in the small hallway located next to our bilik prep. So kira macam it's a big room for us to do our homework and revise, okay? Next to our bilik prep was a small forest since there were a lot of trees and tangled vegetation. It's divided by a fence. While we were chatting and I was speaking at that time, suddenly one of my friends asked me to stop talking and asked, "Kau dengar?" I didn't hear anything, but the other friend also said he heard it. Then proceeded to say, "Ada orang panggil nama kau." They looked scared and serious, but I just brushed it off because I thought they were joking and wanted to scare me since I was sharing a ghost story at that time.
Oh, okay.
Then another 2 friends came. So there were 5 of us and I was talking at the time. Then the same thing happened. A friend who just arrived asked me to stop and he heard someone calling my name. So imagine, pada satu harian, lepas tu dia nampak Cik Coach. So kawan-kawan dia semua macam
Terperanjat aku.
Ya Allah.
Pula terperanjat.
Macam mana nak buat kalau dua-dua asyik terperanjat? So macam kawan dia semua like, Risa, Caca, ada orang panggil kau ah. And the thing is, this time you cannot fool me also because
exactly.
the other friends just came. Takkan nak complot.
Yeah.
Like, you know. Okay. So, a friend who just arrived asked me to stop as he heard someone calling my name. And the other newly arrived friend said the same thing. They heard someone calling my name and sebutan hujung dia panjang. Like, siapa nama tadi kau cakap?
Risa.
Ya, dia cakap sebutan hujung dia panjang. Like, starting from that, I rasa macam tak sedap hati. Even though I still thought they were just trying to prank me or something.
Yeah.
But I just ended the story there and give the excuse that we had to resume our revision in the bilik prep. Macam aku. Story tergantung. In our bilik prep, there were about 10 of us that night. Since the other batchmates decided to stay in their rooms or hang out with their friends somewhere else in the hostel. So 10 of us sat and gathered at the right side of the bilik prep. So the middle and left side were empty with no students sitting. And mind you, the size of our bilik prep was 1.5 times bigger than a regular class. So located at the first level of the hostel and the main switch was located at the left side entrance of the bilik prep.
Okay.
So usually when we stayed up, one of us would be the DJ of the night, playing some songs connected from an MP3 speaker. We were allowed to bring MP3 only, no phones. So at that time, my friend was the appointed person. So he bilik-bilik lagu and chose the songs for us for that night. He kept on pressing skip to choose the songs. And this when it started to happen. And when my friend was pressing skip after a few songs, he accidentally skipped an azan that he downloaded in his MP3.
Okay.
Masa dia tekan the button, the azan was not finished. Only Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allah, then skipped. At that moment, out of nowhere, the lamps in our bilik prep went off one by one from the left side to the middle side to our side.
Okay.
There were about 7 to 8 pendafloor lamps in our bilik prep, and suddenly tutup satu per satu. A brief silence, and it was dark. Then, suddenly, the lamps went on again, one by one, until the last lamp at our side. Once everything was back to bright, we were like, oh my, what did happen? What just happened? And tengah kecoh. Iya, apa sahaja? Mati satu-satu, like tengah kecoh, like they were like all discussing, right? Masa tengah Rio tu, then suddenly,
Bloody hell! What the heck? What?
macam ada parasite. Bunyi macam ada parasite, sel. Kau pernah yang that time kau, it was you, right?
Yes, dia macam sendiri dengan sendiri ni. Auto. Dia tak keluar kat sini. Dia dekat sini.
Kau dengar?
Aku dah tengok dia. Aku kan dia siap menganjing. Kau rupanya.
So semua macam, apa sahaja? Lampu asal tertiba blow. And tengah kecoh. So masa tengah Rio tu, suddenly we all smelled this one unpleasant scent, almost like a rotting corpse.
Oh my god.
What did we do next? Yes, we decided to go out from our bilik prep, and 10 of us searched for the source of smell. Kot-kot ada binatang like kucing mati ke.
Yeah.
Bila diingatkan balik, berani juga us at that time kot-kot terjumpa benda lain ke. So we went outside for about 20 minutes, but we couldn't find anything. It was 3 a.m. So after searching, I packed my things up and went back straight to my room. You thought it's the end? No, it's not. The story continued, happening in my room. My room was located at the 3rd level of the hostel. It was a 4-story building, and there were 8 double-decker beds in it. 3 at the left side, 2 in the middle, 3 at the right side.
Okay.
I stayed in the room with another 9 students from different batches, and there were 3 of us from Form 5. Since everyone went back home, only 3 of us were in the room. My bed was located on the right side next to the window, so did the other 2 batchmates, also on the right side. And mind you, I was so tired at that time, just wanting to sleep after a so-called chaotic night from the earlier incident. Once I reached in front of my room's door, from inside, I could hear bunyi yang sangat riuh. Macam ada ramai orang. I was so annoyed because I thought one of my roommates from the same batch brought his friends into our room and lepak. Yelah macam dari batch lain and like lepak. So when I opened the door, the voices were still heard. But all I saw was my roommate sleeping on their bed. And the other roommate is not in his room. I mean, not in the room. Suddenly, it went so quiet. Like extremely quiet. Then I realized it was not only him in the room. Beds at the left side were supposed to be empty, but one of them wasn't. Katil paling hujung belah kiri, next to the window, I could see someone was sitting at the edge of the bed while staring at the window. Duduk terjegat, quietly. All I could see was a black figure because it was dark in the room. solely relying on light reflection from outside of the room, so I could only see it from behind. I was stunned, trying to process who or what was that. Suddenly, that thing started to sway its body frontward, backward, frontward, backward, slowly. Tahu tak, macam orang hayun badan masa mengaji ke depan ke belakang. Just like that. I was still standing at the door while this happened. I don't know why at that time I wanted to run, but I couldn't sebab rasa macam just stunned, still confused whether it's actually a human or something else.
Yeah.
After a while, I could see very clearly masa dia tengah hayun badan. Suddenly, the movement was getting faster and faster, frontward and backward, almost like a possessed person. That time, I was like, Babi, sah tu hantu. Then I ran to my sleeping friend and literally dragged his body out of the room to the front door. Kesian member, blur teruk tiba-tiba kena seret. He was clueless and still struggling to wake up. So keluar-keluar je sarung selipar from outside. I could see that thing was still there. Then suddenly stopped moving and static balik. I dah meremang gila. I brought my roommate with me to our other friend's room at another level. There I told him what had happened the whole night and he was terrified. Dah lah member penakut. And we didn't sleep lah until it was time for our subuh. Luckily the next day was Sunday, so I could ganti my sleep after the tiring and sleepless night. Overall, thrilling but exciting experience. Highly recommended. Damn son.
Dia
Dia macam
gini, dia first slow. Daripada back view, dia slow. Lepas tu dia gini.
Oi.
Kau tahu tak? Ini cerita baik ni.
Nak simpan bah.
Tahu. Dia nak kena habiskan dulu.
Story number 2.
Okay.
This one is going to be a short story since the earlier one was quite lengthy. For boarding school students, mostly memang wajib solat berjemaah for all prayers from subuh until isya. So at that time, we were at the surau to perform subuh prayer. There was this one warden who really liked to give his speech. Membebelah kiranya. Right after subuh prayer, we did the head counts as well to check siapa tak turun solat subuh.
Okay.
Right after the head count, the moment that warden reached the mic, I sneaked out from the back side of the surau and went straight to the hostel. Sebab malah nak dengar students also kalut preparing to go school after that. Once I reached the hostel, there were only non-Muslims students who just woke up, wanting to take bath. I had a stomach ache at that time, so I went straight to the toilet located at the first level of our hostel, next to our bilik prep. Ni bilik prep macam something wrong and did my business there. I was in the third cubicle lah. Inside was a squat toilet.
Okay.
Tengah kusyuk-kusyuk melayan nikmat berak, suddenly the lights went off and blackout. Only the emergency light was on in the toilet at that time. I was squatting at that time, staring at the wet floor, just wanting to settle it as soon as possible. Suddenly, from the reflection on the floor, from above the door, I could see a head was peeking slowly from outside. I froze. I thought I was imagining things. Rubbed my eyes and it was really happening. I really didn't know what to do at that time. I had several options. First option, lari keluar naked, tapi kang taik cici jatuh one by one. Malu mendapat. Second option, stay calm and close my eyes. Luckily, I chose the second one. I just closed my eyes, stayed calm, and hear someone's voice from above, growling slowly. Yes, it was it. In my mind, I was just macam, please, lampu cepat pasang balik. Not now, please, please, please. And I already imagined a lot of things in my head at that time. Luckily, after a while, the light was back and I just instantly jebuk lah. Left the cubicle and ran towards my room. Outside the toilet, I saw one of my juniors nearby and asked him, ada blackout ke tadi? And he said yes. Probably just like 7 to 8 minutes. I swear to God, that's the longest 7 minutes I have ever felt in my life. 7 minutes is long, huh?
Hey, it's very long.
In that situation, huh?
Yeah. 1 minute really feel very long.
Yeah. Okay, ladies, I think that's all from me for now. Kalau I sambung 1 jam, also not enough. There are some other stories like ternampak kak pun, benda berdiri belakang langsi sambil nangis, and others. But let's save it for another time. Thank you so much for reading my story and hope you guys enjoyed them. For the TCC team, especially those beautiful and amazing ladies, I doakan kesihatan yang baik dan dimurahkan rezeki always to both of you.
Amin.
So that you can do this for a very long time. Amin, amin, amin.
Amin.
I hope that you guys will always continue spreading positivity, joy and happiness to your listeners with your humor and stories. Please, jangan stop buat podcast. I'm begging you. I hope that TCC will get bigger and bigger until your dream of hosting a talk show one day in Malaysia will come true, as you mentioned in the older episodes. Love you guys so much and will be your podcast forever fan. Pan off. Fun fact, PS. Fun fact, after I finished my degree, I went back to the same school as a substitute teacher for about 6 months before moving to another permanent workplace, which is just like less than 10 minutes away. Memang teringat all the old memories throughout my time there. Oh,
Thank you so much for sending the
Thank
story.
you so much. That was
so
good.
scary, bro. Send us more,
yeah, thank you so much.
Send
That
us
was
more.
a good
Thank you so much.
storytelling.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, this episode is brought to you by Beyond Bibik Maid Agency. Kalau korang nak ambil helper daripada Beyond Bibik, boleh hubungi 900-899-00. Okay, let's continue with the next story.
Yes.
Okay, boleh tak aku cakap nama tempat ni? Better don't say.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I think so.
Because it's quite popular like this place.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay. Aku just cakap je lah. Okay. Alright. Hi Werda and Sophia. Aku nak cerita pasal pengalaman sebenar aku. Love your podcast and enjoy the story. Kalau korang pernah pergi Lalaport KL, kalau nak tahu, tempat tu dibina atas tapak bekas penjara Pudu. Dari dulu, aku selalu dengar macam-macam cerita pasal kawasan tu. Ada yang kata masih keras. Ada juga yang kaitkan dengan banduan-banduan yang pernah dipenjarakan di situ. Termasuk nama Mona Fendi.
Oh.
Sejauh mana betulnya, aku pun tak tahu. Tapi apa yang aku nak cerita ni memang jadi dekat aku sendiri. Masa tu, aku kerja office yang bersambung dengan Lalaport. Sebab parking kat situ lagi murah, memang hari-hari aku park dekat basement Lalaport. Aku pula time tu rapat dengan seorang colleague ni. Dah macam best friend dekat office. Kalau lepas kerja nak pergi mana-mana, memang dia selalu ikut dan tumpang kereta aku. Satu malam tu, lepas habis kerja, kami lepak kat salah satu restoran and bar dalam Lalaport. Borak punya borak sampai lebih kurang 11 lebih. Dan dekat 12 malam baru decide nak balik. Untuk elakkan salah faham, kami memang dua-dua sober. Tak minum, tak mabuk. Kami turun lift macam biasa dan terus jalan menuju ke tempat parking. Pada mulanya, semuanya nampak normal. Sampailah beberapa minit kemudian, aku mula rasa pelik. Jauh pula kereta aku malam ni. Padahal aku dah hafal basement tu. Hari-hari aku parking dekat situ. Kami terus berjalan. Masih tak sampai. Aku tengok kiri, kanan, lorong yang sama, pillar yang sama, kereta yang sama. Tapi kereta aku tak ada. Aku fikir mungkin aku tersalah ingat lokasi. Jadi kami pusing. Sekali, tak jumpa. Pusing lagi, masih tak jumpa. Lagi pelik, semakin kami berjalan, semakin sunyi kawasan tu. Masih ada beberapa buah kereta yang parking. Tapi suasana dia sunyi yang susah nak digambarkan. Macam seluruh basement tu kosong. Aku berhenti berjalan, member aku pun berhenti. Kami tengok muka each other. Tak ada siapa cakap apa-apa. Tapi daripada riak muka dia, aku tahu dia tengah fikir benda yang sama. Kita kat mana sebenarnya ni? Masa tu bulu rumah aku memang dah naik dah. Perasaan dia bukan macam sesat tau. Lebih kepada macam tempat yang aku kenal bertahun-tahun tiba-tiba jadi asing. Macam ada sesuatu yang tak bagi kami jumpa jalan keluar. Kami terus berjalan sampai ke bahagian belakang basement. Bahagian yang langsung tak ada kereta. Tak ada orang dan tak ada bunyi. Aku dah mula rasa tak sedap hati. Dalam hati, aku terus baca apa-apa surah yang aku ingat. Dan tepat masa tu, tiba-tiba terjumpa abang cleaner. Aku pun tak pasti dia datang dari arah mana. Tiba-tiba je dia ada. Dia pandang kami. Lepas tu dia tanya, nak pergi mana? Aku terus jawab, cari kereta tapi tak jumpa-jumpa. Dia cuma tunjuk ke bawah sambil cakap, cuba turun bawah, level B2. Itu je. Kami terus turun dan sebaik je pintu lift terbuka, kereta aku ada. Betul-betul dekat tempat yang aku parking. Macam tak pernah hilang. Kami masuk kereta. Sepanjang perjalanan balik, kami dua-dua diam. Tak ada siapa berani ungkit apa yang baru jadi. Dan sampai hari ini, aku masih cuba fikir secara logik. Mungkin kami penat. Mungkin kami benar-benar terlupa lokasi kereta. Tapi ada satu perkara yang aku tak pernah jumpa jawapan. Kalau malam tu memang kami cuma sesat, kenapa kedua-dua kami boleh rasa benda yang sama? Dan abang cleaner yang tunjuk jalan tu memang tengah bekerja atau sebenarnya dia cuma muncul sebab ada sesuatu yang akhirnya melepaskan kami keluar dari situ. The end. Honestly, that is one of my biggest fear.
Biggest fear.
Biggest fear. Like being stuck in a place,
Yeah.
pusing, tak jumpa jalan keluar.
One petua, kau campak kasut.
I know, I heard that before.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Aku tak pernah try.
Campak kasut,
Campak orang semua.
jangan campak orang. Oasis pun jangan.
Campak Salomon dia. Hi Wilda and Sophia. I hope you ladies are doing fine and keep thriving in what you guys are doing. My husband and I love watching TCC on our free time, and recently I started binge watching CHKS.
Oh, okay.
It reminded me of my dream encounter 2 years ago. By the way, please keep me anonymous, okay? So here's how the story starts. To give you a better picture, we are currently living in a 2-room rental flat that's kind of an old layout, whereby the toilet has 2 doors,
Okay.
one in the room and another in the kitchen. We usually use the kitchen entrance more than the room. So on this particular day, my husband and I had an argument. So macam biasalah, bini tidur dalam bilik, laki tidur kat luar. I was in the room with my 2 kids. When I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the toilet, nothing was weird until I went back to sleep. I had a dream of me doing exactly what I did. I walked to the kitchen and I was about to enter the toilet, and that's when I saw a black figure squatting directly in front of our room's toilet door, scratching the door. I ran back to my room and I went back to bed. For your info, it's about to get really confusing.
Okay.
So I fell asleep in the dream and I somehow had a continuation of that dream. But this time, that figure was directly in front of my bed, watching me sleep. I woke up for real this time, but I was too scared to go out of the room to wake my husband up, so I slowered and eventually dozed off. I thought that was it, but it continued. In that dream, I woke up and ran to my husband to hug him. My POV while hugging my husband was the entrance of our room. I tried so hard not to look, but this time I saw this figure that looked exactly like my husband, from what he was wearing to his height and the way he walked, only I couldn't see his face. That thing walked up to us and sat right beside us. At this point, I was already scared as hell and trying to wake myself up. I managed to wake up from it, and this time I mustered the courage to go outside and wake my husband up. He woke up in shock and I told him to go in the room to sleep with us. The next morning, I told my husband about the dream I had. And guess what? He told me he had a dream of me running to him, waking him up before he actually woke up, hence why he woke up in a shock.
Oh my god.
We felt something was not right, so I called my grandfather to Rukia and pagar the house for us. He told me that there was in fact a few things in the house with us, but thankfully it wasn't barang orang hantar. It's barang luar that got in. Alhamdulillah, that was the first and the last time we had such disturbances. So is it the barang tak kasi kita gaduh ke macam mana? Ha ha ha. Okay, that's all for our story. Thank you so much for reading. Sorry if it wasn't scary enough. Much love. XOXO.
I got this part that she's yawning. Okay, that is mimpi dalam mimpi.
Yep. Mama mimpi.
Boleh sing pula tu dengan husband dia punya dream. Padahal it's a dream.
Jodoh lah.
Ya.
Hantu tu tak kasi diorang gaduh. Kan?
Cheeky one.
Cheeky one.
Cheeky one. Aku teringat sih, because dia cakap yang dual door. Aku teringat sih, kita pernah tinggal in this Airbnb dekat KL. And then we went with another group of friend and diorang tinggal dekat the bilik yang ada dual door. And then kita was the other room yang it was just connected to a toilet, and there was another, tak ada entrance lain to that toilet lah. Tapi they ada gangguan in that room because kira kan toilet, bilik, then there was another room, and that particular room was locked in that apartment.
Oh,
Yeah, kira kau tak boleh access bilik tu. And then when I asked the host, they said that was a storeroom.
okay.
Yeah, tapi aku memang selalu ambil host ni. Macam every time when I go KL last time, I will always reach out to this host sebab dia ada a few apartments in that particular building. So macam instead of aku book dekat Airbnb, aku just liaise directly dengan the host lah, and she will always give me like, you know, ready available rooms and selesa and everything. That was the first time we got that particular room yang ada storeroom tu. Sebab malam kawan aku ceritakan he heard ada suara budak nangis coming from that particular room. And aku ingatkan dia menganjing. Aku macam mepek engkau. Dia kata betul aku dengar. And then aku masuk, it was coming from that room.
Oh my god.
Now I'm like, bro, shut up. Lepas tu the next day we checked out.
Damn son.
Yep. Yeah, and then one of the night that they slept after they heard that, one of the night he woke up with like scratches on his back. So aku rasa that's got something to do with that room lah. Tapi nasib baik aku don't feel anything. Or anak aku feel anything. That was scary. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to CHKS pada hari ini. Stay tuned till the end of this episode sebab kita ada sembang-sembang dengan Nurul from Beyond Bibik. So you guys don't go anywhere and we see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey girlies, kita kembali lagi dengan Product Talk with Nurul from Beyond Bibik. Ya, terima kasih Nurul. And hari ni kita nak sembang pasal apa, Wida?
Kita nak sembang pasal, kita ada soalan lah untuk Nurul kan. Pasal kita dapat ramai frequently asked questions daripada listeners kita regarding helper-helper dorang. Okay. And salah satu soalan yang mereka tanya adalah, kita dengar banyak tahu kawan-kawan complain helper slow. Cakap berkali-kali tak faham dan lupa-lupa selalu. Kenapa
Okay, this is a very common question lah. Okay, when the helper want to adapt to your household, to adapt to Singapore, right? Biasanya number one, right, what we can expect, right? There is they're from Indonesia. It's very different culturally and pace in Singapore, right? For Indonesian, typically they make more like chill, like something like that. Yes, santai. Compared to Singaporean, semua nak cepat, right? Nak cepat pergi kerja, nak cepat pergi mall.
Cepat.
Yes.
Cepat.
Yes, pergi mall pun nak cepat, right? Everything nak cepat. So that's why they need this time to adapt lah. Alright, culture and culture and pace lah, right? Yes. So that's why lah they lambat, slow, right? While for the kenapa selalu salah and what not, right? So they typically come from kampung tau. So even though bahasa Melayu, right, and Indonesia lebih kurang sama, it could be different, right? So that's why kadang-kadang diorang tak faham. Okay, bila tak faham ni, tu yang tanya berkali-kali. Okay, tanya berkali-kali. Ada yang takut nak tanya. Tengok employer busy, right? Dia takut nak tanya. Bila dia takut nak tanya, dia buat salah. Sebab itulah this thing happen. Alright. So why macam lupa-lupa tu biasanya dia orang terlalu banyak fikiran. Okay, kenapa banyak fikiran? Sebab they fly in, tinggalkan suami, tinggalkan anak, jauh, homesick, rindu, right? Macam kita lah pergi kerja, right? Tapi kita at the end of the day kita dapat peluk anak kita. But for them it's not that. So that's why. So we as employer have to give some support to them lah. Right? Like, for them to adapt to this situation, like to the country, to the culture. I mean even to your household lah.
Betul.
Ya, betul. I feel like memang it's normal, it's very normal if you ada helper baru masuk and for them to macam blur-blur at first. Because mine was also blur-blur. Tapi aku tak marah dia pasal I know she's trying to adapt and she will get used to macam how I like things done at my house and my language ke, macam cara I cakap or my telo, dia akan start to faham lah, kan, pick up macam like slang-slang Melayu kita, Yeah, what about you?
For me, aku really dah macam first bila aku had Monica pun, I really manage my expectations. First thing what helped me was to know what was her background. Where was she working at previously? Because that helped a lot. Bila I tanya dia family yang dia kerja with last time tu, dia punya family dynamics dia macam mana, how many children, umur berapa. Then when aku see like the similarity, then lepas tu macam okay. But then I know that it's her first time in Singapore. Jadi for a start tu memang aku macam okay babe, Singapore macam gini, Aku have to always like tell her and manage my own expectations. But thankfully she is someone who learns very fast. So sekarang dia macam one step ahead of me.
Oh, that's
which is great. Sebab aku pula semua benda aku nak cepat. So bila macam one example, I'm just so happy and so thankful lah. Aku dah nak keluar and usually I will pack my own things. I mean pack budak-budak punya barang-barang sendiri. I will do that by myself. Rupanya dalam diam dia observe apa yang aku pack dalam bag, apa yang aku letak, what would I need and stuff. So there was this one day I was just like, B, that was the first time aku cakap, B, nanti tolong aku packkan barang-barang budak Udah ma'am, aku tengok atas meja aku all prepared.
Wow.
And all filled like in my own bag, and my bag was there and it was udah ma'am. I'm like, whoa, I didn't even teach you that. But thank you. Yeah, so dia macam one step
It's
ahead.
one thing cross that you don't have
Yeah,
to.
thankful. I'm so thankful for Bibik
But to
Monica.
reach all that, have to, understanding
Yes,
for them to
betul.
adapt and everything.
Yeah, betul.
Yeah, and also as boss kan, not boss lah, employer, employee
Employer.
Yeah.
employer right.
Employer.
As an employer, kau kena bersabar dan betul lah answer.
That's very
I
important.
feel like in order for you to help, kena just be patient lah.
Yeah.
Because they are not raised like you.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, like macam we are raised in a very fast-paced environment. Dorang tak. So like it's like you put someone to a different culture, setting, environment. Kalau aku pun aku will be blur. Like,
Yes.
nak
Actually,
buat apa?
even like for us, right, if let's say we work in a new company, right, there's a probation period of 3 months, for example, for us to adapt to the company, right, for your job scope, same. Like we need time for them to, to learn the culture, to
Of
adapt the
course.
pace and everything.
That's true.
So manage your expectations lah. Satu-satu. I know like macam you have like a
Whole
your baby.
list.
Yeah, you have a whole list. Your baby needs to do this. First pun aku macam takut sih. Macam alamak macam mana Tapi aku macam ease her into that transition. And alhamdulillah, everything is well now after 3 months. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. So, yep. Thank you so much, Nurul. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. We see you guys in the next one. Bye.